we just listened to that song. So, last time we've completed the rites of freedom, conquest, and most of valor. However, we let Elsa take the win on that one. She's the one who did all the fighting. We just kind of hung back and threw a few fireballs. So as soon as we go to bed, then next morning's going to come, and we're going to get called up to the Hall of Kings. She's going to get the win, which kind of stinks for us, but I'm okay with it. We won the first 2 rites, and we're going to win all the rest of them, so why not let her have that one? There is another thing, though. Gnome Ann said that... Actually, did we talk with her about that? Should probably check. You know what? Be faster. Zoop. I guess it's not yet time? Or maybe she did tell us about it and now it's back to the default stuff. So there's a little side plot that Gnome Ann got the money for the inn from Signor Ferrari, and with all the trouble that's been going on, he just wants to collect. And she can't afford to pay him, so he's just gonna repossess the inn. And she'd like us to have a word with him, just to convince him otherwise. Give her more time. He is not here, so I think she mentioned it, or mentioned money problems, but I guess she hasn't told us all of that yet. So, spoilers, I guess. Whoops. Not a whole lot else that we can do tonight. We've already spent all of our money, or magic, casting force bolts. So let's just go to bed. You are awakened by a loud knock at the door.
You are summoned to the Hall of Kings.
Yeah, she wasted no time turning this in.
The Hydra has been defeated. The fire and poison of its many heads has ceased. Here stands the one who faced the death and destruction of this foul creature. Here stands the woman of courage who is now victorious. Here stands Elsa von Spielberg.
I am not the only one who faced the Hydra. The Prince of Shapir fought at my side. Without him, the Hydra would never have been defeated.
Honesty and righteousness are a ruler's virtues too, Elsa of Spielberg. You have earned this victory. So too shall stand the Prince of Shapir. He has faced the mouth of death with courage. Thus ends the Rite of Valor.
And then we rest up and get called back.
The Hydra is dead, and the terror it has brought has ended. A ruler must be willing to face danger for his kingdom. A brave man can face death without flinching. There are things, though, that even a brave man fears to face. You shall go to the island of Delos. Seek out the Sibyl there, the prophetess who sees the web of fate. Speak with her and confront your future. Return with proof that you have faced yourself.
This is sheer superstitious nonsense. We shall not participate in such poppycock. Sibyls who see the future. Ha! Gort is a product of rational science and has no time for some soothsaying swindler's lies.
Nevertheless, this is the Rite of Destiny. Go forth and face your fate.
And we're escorted out and tossed to the curb. The standings after Valor. The winner of this rite is Elsa von Spielberg, and not us. Even though they said that, and so too shall the Prince of Shapir stand with you, because he faced the death and poison and stuff. So current standings are, for some reason, she's in the lead. We're in second because, she won 2 and I won, or she won 1 and I've won 2. That's how that works. And then Gort's in dead last because he's done nothing. Victory! Mercenaries defeated. The Hesperian mercenaries have been driven from our shores and their leader defeated, thanks to the actions of those competing in the rights of rulership. You know who. However, sea travel is still restricted by the mass attacks of Tritons upon ships and boats. By the way, also, Dragon Pillar destroyed. The one north of town was broken, and Magnum Opus is dead. That's 2. And the Rite of Destiny. Competitors must travel to Delos and find the mysterious Sibyl, who foretells the future. They must learn their destiny and return with proof from the Oracle. Unfortunately, Rakesh is still sick. But let's pay a visit to Fenris. Your spell no longer activates the magic of the portal.
I heard tell that Hydra has a lot of treasure. It's great that you took the monster out, and I sure hope you'll save some of its treasure here.
I like how he said treasure the same way both times in that sentence. Gonna drop our 3,000 bucks.
A drachma saved is a drachma earned, I always say.
So we're sitting on 20 grand now. Not a whole lot to spend it on, at least nothing that we really need.
Welcome, friend, to all Katas. May that pin be ever the sign of friendship between us.
Nothing there. You had something. I'll, sell you. We don't do that. I don't really have anything I want to sell to her. Hey, Wolfie.
It is a good day, is it not? A fine day for flying, if one could fly.
I'm sorry, what? Hi, Wolfie.
The notice board said that you would be off to find your destiny. I hope it is not lost too badly.
How you doing?
I am getting much better. I used to take a lope outside the city gates every morning, but things were getting so much dangerous that I could not. Now that you have driven off the bad soldiers, I can run off all the rice I eat again.
He sounds like he's got life figured out. He just sits in his stand, he does art, makes all these little amphoras. Let us quest! Hello, Mr. Wax. Wolfie's about to tell us about some rumors.
There was talk that after your last meeting in the Hall of Kings, several arguments were heard. Dr. Mobius the scientist was most displeased about the Rite of Destiny, and he said to his person Gort that they will have to try something to even the odds in the next contest. The woman warrior Elsa was also heard to show her displeasure to Minos. It seems that he wished to take Elsa directly to this island of Delos, and Elsa wished to find her way there herself. She said that she does not take his orders, and he said yet, and she was most angry. This is all very interesting, is it not?
That Minos guy just sounds like a real asshole. So, Wolfie mentioned flying, and it was just kind of a weird thing to say out of the blue. Pun intended. So let's see what he knows about flying.
I have seen a man to fly once without wings or other magic. It is something that I painted in the picture to show that this was true, and that I did not make up such a thing. For some reason, people still did not believe what I saw.
Oh, so he's seen somebody fly without wings, which our wings are broken now, and without magic, which our levitate spell isn't really that great for flying. And he's painted a picture of it. Well, let's tell him what we know about the Rite of Destiny.
Holy cow! I did not know that destiny was so hard to find. I always thought that the future comes to you, whether you look for it or not.
See, Wolfie is just wise beyond his years.
Good luck in your quest for destiny. I have learned that one can build the future from what one does today. Namaste.
So here's that picture he's talking about. It's a hot air balloon.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am most grateful.
Let's see if Chakra's got anything new to say today. Oh, a little bit. Hello, Chakra.
Habari, my friend. How may I aid you?
What do you know about the Rite of Destiny?
The Rite of Destiny will be difficult to accomplish only because Delos is far from here, across the most dangerous of waters. No boat will dare sail there unless it could sail through the sky.
Weird way to put it, but what do you know about flying?
Even if you made the wings again, they could not get you to Delos. The wind is wrong for that. You will need to find a flying device that you can control.
Really? This is sounding more and more interesting. So what is Delos?
Delos is a very interesting place. There is a good deal of magic there. It is well worth visiting. However, the Sibyl of Delos must be treated with respect. She reads the strands of the future.
Yeah, but what could be written on a strand? You can't really fit much on that. So how are you doing?
I am still upset about my father and the events in Silmaria. Erasmus is still asleep. I am worried, my friend. Very worried.
Well, bye.
Farewell, and I hope that your destiny is favorable.
O friend of my people, it is always a pleasure to see you.
You got anything? No, nothing here. Rarin stuff, codename. That was indeed, well, the guy we were talking to in the magic shop is actually a lion tar, but there is a doggo that's selling stuff on the other side of the market.
You know that chocolate you brought us? It was really wigged out stuff.
Glad you liked it. Hi, Jelinar.
It is like sunshine to see you.
How are you doing?
I am very puzzled at this drug. It is almost more a disease than a poison.
Gross?
This is not a poison and will not directly kill the one who takes it. However, the victim needs to be fed and given water, or he will starve in his restless sleep.
That does sound bad.
May you walk with harmony.
Hey, Celine.
Hi again. You know what kind of a guy would ruin tasty chocolates by drugging them? Probably the kind of person who outlaws flowers because they make people smile, or thinks no one should eat candy because it's bad for the teeth.
In other words, a real monster.
I took a good look at the box of stuff you brought us. I am seriously bummed that anyone would ruin chocolate. That's really evil.
Oh, that was weird. The sound just kind of blanked out for a second.
We've got a lot of drugs here. The medicine drugs, not the cosmic enlightenment kind. They're bad for the body and put you out of harmony with your soul. But we don't have any drugs like the chocolate one.
Well, what do you know about the drug?
That drug was really wild. It was sort of like a bunch of super itty-bitty bugs and nasty, non-organically grown chemicals that combined for a totally bad one-way trip.
Alright, I guess that's helpful.
If you find anything else as interesting as this drug, let us know.
Well, I got these Hydra scales. For 45. Salim is very pleased because now he can make some fireproofing oil. They didn't bother voicing that, I guess. How about we buy some of this? I don't know how many we're gonna need, but I'm gonna get 3.
Hey, thanks! This'll really help me keep the shop going so I can make some more good pills and potions.
Let's check our inventory real quick. Okay, I should probably put this stuff away. Oh, magic seeds. Forgot Julinar gave us those. Hang on. I don't want to accidentally use that.
What can I sell you?
Do you know how to fly?
So what do you want?
How are you doing?
I'm busy. I'm always busy.
Sounds familiar. Merchandise?
I'll be glad to tell you about my weapons once you show me the dough.
Oh, did you want a pizza?
You won't find a better weapon than the ones I sell.
Now, he wants some dough. That's probably not what he meant. Hey, famous adventurer.
You know, there are some nice-looking women in Selmaria. I got my eye on a couple of beauties. Nothing like a little romance to put some fire in your blood.
Blacksmith Andre is nicer than this guy. Or, was Andre in both 1 and 3? Or was it a different blacksmith in 3? The one that was like, "Prithee, be careful. I'd hate for my work to go to waste," or something like that. Hey, what do you know about the Rite of Destiny?
Learning one's fate isn't much fun at times. Seems like you always see the bad parts of the future. Can be a little depressing. Remember though, fortune tellers never say things straight. What they tell you may be right, but it's always subject to interpretation. Watch for all meanings of the words when you hear your destiny.
That's actually no, because I'm pretty sure that what she tells us is going to be pretty straightforward. So, what do you know about Delos?
That's a ways away from here. Be kind of tricky to get there, but it's worth it. The Sibyl can be kind of cold at times. She hangs out in that old temple, what remains of it. Takes a little gold offering to bring her around. The Dryads, though, they're worth the whole trip themselves. The thought of that magical glade brings the chill of real beauty through my heart even now. Takes a real gift to get them going, though. Something to really sink their roots into and send the life sap soaring. If you haven't danced with the Dryads, boy, you've never danced at all.
We've danced with fairies before. And there was one Dryad in the first game, but she wasn't in much of a dancing mood. In fact, if you make her mad, she turns you into an animal or a plant. So what's your name?
Let me think, what did she call me? Oh, yeah. Here's a moment from my past that's rather appropriate here. I dallied with the Dryads in their hidden oaken glade, pirouetted with the pixies as I sang a serenade. I tried to flirt with Sybil as she told me of my fate. She laughed and called me Eros, but I didn't get the date.
Oh, bye.
Wish I was going with you to Delos. Have to get back there sometime after I finish writing this book.
Let's see. Yeah, the top of this stack is entitled Around the World in a Balloon by Voul's Journ. Yes, that sounds right. The narrator intones, having purchased a quantity of cloth, I had my housekeeper sew the material into the shape of a pomegranate. The writer further speaks, I managed to procure the sticky sap of a tree that had been burned for a long time. This made an excellent formula for windproofing the balloon material. The text goes on. I attached this balloon to a large basket by means of a rope. A metal brazier filled with coals provided the hot air to fill the balloon bag, causing the balloon to rise into the air. Near the end of the book, you read, unfortunately, the nature of a balloon is to float wherever the wind will blow it. The next time I decide to travel in this manner, I will attach wings to the basket and thus control my passage. The end. Well, all of that sounds pertinent to what we need to do. Everybody's telling us that we're going to need to fly to Delos. Andre is in both Dark Souls 1 and 3. Blacksmith McDuff in Dark Souls 2. And this other hollow undead, I forgot his name. I always thought that the Smith in 3 was familiar. Hey Elsa, congrats on your win.
Hiroman and Elsa kill Hydra good. Both do good.
I could not have won without your help. We worked together well.
Hi, Elsa.
It matters not who was judged the winner of this rite. We both did well against the Hydra. We should both have won.
Yes, you are correct. We both should have, but you did. How you doing?
I had an argument with Minos this day. He does not think we should have worked together against the Hydra. He is a fool, and I have told him so. He is not used to anyone telling him such things, and he does not like it.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that Minos is not a good person. So that Hydra was some fight, right?
With the treasure from the Hydra's cave, we could both be wealthy and not need to compete to be ruler. It is obvious we are not in this for the money.
Well, it only had like 3,000 gold, or drachmas, which was less than what I already had in the bank. So, yeah. Let's just talk about ourselves. Just ramble for a bit.
You have done much since we first met. You are very much a hero.
Cool story, bro, indeed.
I look forward to our next quest together.
Sup, Toro?
Hydra bad. Hiroman and Elsa good. Hydra dead.
And he just summarized that one pretty well.
Glad both did good. Make Toro happy. See both happy. Elsa like Hiroman. Elsa think Hiroman fight good. Keep watch for Killerman. Keep live, Hiroman.
I think Killer Man was in a different game. So it said we're going to need a sheet, and we're going to need to have our housekeeper sew it into the shape of a pomegranate. There's our housekeeper. Oh, we've got a sheet right here. We'll just take that. You appropriate the bed sheet for future use. Here, Anne, I found this.
You here to complain about your being short-cheated? Let me tell you, bud. All sheets around here are short.
No, I need you to do a thing. Okay, maybe I do need the other sheet. There is actually a second sheet in here. Can I put this back on the bed? Nope. Okay. Opening the bottom drawer, you find a spare bed sheet. You borrow the sheet in case you need it later. Now we have two sheets.
You here to complain about your...
No, I'm here to... Yeah. Maybe I need to get the other stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a save, since we haven't done that today. Marf, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Slipping in and out of a food coma while trying to draw. You know, that sounds like a good time to me. And hop into our little gondola here. Pew! Missed. Pew! Pew? There it goes. It is and isn't. I want to finish the one I showed you. I keep screwing up, starting a new one. Oh. Well, I'm not an artist, so I can't really help you with that. Hey, Dr. Praetorius.
Welcome back to Science Island. I trust you're spending your time well with experimental research. I've been studying ways to get whiter whites and more colorful colors. Unfortunately, relatively few of the sheets have survived the process thus far. Well, none, actually.
Sometimes science has casualties.
I'm beginning to get a bit peeved. The new king should be someone who can think, not one who listens to the nonsense spouted by oracles.
Oh, so do you have an opinion on the Rite of Destiny?
This is the stupidest one yet. Getting to Delos is an interesting challenge, but why would one want to go there? Oracles are for people who can't make up their own minds, usually because they don't have any!
He seems upset. Let's ask him about science. That'll cheer him up.
Here's a scientific conundrum for you. What is lighter than air? Why does smoke rise and rain fall? Because smoke is hotter than the outside air and seeks to escape to a cooler atmosphere. Rain is cold and so seeks the warmer ground. So, what is lighter than air? Hot air.
He got the right answer by using the wrong formula. Hey, who's the weird guy in the corner?
We should not have to waste our time or Gort sending him to Delos. What can he learn from an oracle?
Admittedly, it would be kind of interesting to see what the Oracle would say about Gort, since Gort is basically Frankenstein's monster. So, do you know anything about flight?
It's a shame you no longer have the wings. Through the air is the best way to get to Delos. Some scientists here tried to put wings on a gondola once, but they couldn't get it to fly very far. Well, actually, it crashed almost as soon as it took off. We built a crane to retrieve the winged gondola, but no one has had time to continue that particular experiment.
Well, we're in need of a winged basket. That book that we found in Famous Adventurer's house said you'd need wings to be able to control it. So that sounds like the exact sort of thing we need. Tell me about this crane.
The crane outside? It is quite a remarkable invention, able to move in multiple degrees of freedom while lifting very heavy objects. Of course, it's not the easiest thing in the world to program. One must plan ahead and perform each step in its proper order.
Alright, well, we're gonna go mess with the crane. Bye.
Good luck on your journeys. There's something new to learn everywhere.